I tried to warn you all about psychiatry, communism. I offer all the proof. You don't listen. You don't care. All you care about is what's in front of you the next 5 minutes. Virtue signaling on social media, being a fake to the very end. It's too late. It's too late. It's all fucking over. You had your chance. It's all gone now. All of you. Tried to fucking tell you. Look into 1984. It's too late now, but look into 1984 communism, thought police, and Room 101, the Ministry of Love, and all this stuff. George Orwell. This is what's called Orwellian. George Orwell was just one of many people who understood things back then. It was more well known back then than it is today. The progressive, creeping communism is a way to call it. Back in about 100 years ago, civilization was collapsing due to this evil. These ideologies were being created to systematically take over the world, so to speak, and on an international level, all the different those who have power over different nations, they fight against each other in a very disorganized mess. Any alliances they have is a giant mess. It's not organized on a greater level. The organization level of this is within each government, within each country, and it's the system within the system, what you call things like psychiatry, gaslighting, scheduling people, making them disappear, going above and beyond the law. A highly refined system run by complete fucking imbeciles who have no idea what they're doing. But they know how to cheat because they're following a rule book of cheats that have been built up over thousands of years through simple trial and error. This is the evil nature of mankind revealing its ugly head. And you all take part in it and let it happen. And people like me disappear. What do you think this has happened to me? I've been on the run all the time. I keep showing all the proof. And here I am, kidnapped, drugged, tortured. I put up all the evidence, the recordings of confessions of this. No one cares. You only care when it's too late and you're the target. No one will come for you. Everyone on all sides will insist what happens to you be done to you. And it's all your own fault. You're all fucking liars and hypocrites. Now for all my gaslighters, what have I been labelled with now? Delusion disorder. You know what a delusion disorder is? Basically, you have either schizophrenia or delusion disorder. Schizophrenia is you've got a broken mind. Delusion disorder is that, okay, you're perfectly fine with just one condition. You have a false belief. Went over this before, this bizarre shit. Was it in 2014? They kidnapped in prison, tortured me and stuff, and tried to drug me forever until I threatened them with lethal force and brought friends over to back me up, and they ran away. They stopped doing it. That's all it takes. You fight back, and they run away squealing. But you don't let them run away. You chase them down because they'll do it to someone else. But what was it? The 2014. They did all the excuse was for 20. Wasn't it? 21 different reasons they changed. No, that was 2016. There was 21 different reasons. Dramatic different stories. But I could go so many ridiculous things they made up. But in 2014, it was for supposedly believing that a girl might have feelings for him, which obviously I never did, and it's just made up bullshit, crazy sounding bullshit. In 2016, it was documenting government corruption and being too smart for his own good. There's all the police raids and shit, right? Like owning a magical transforming battle axe. Being a vampire and a werewolf, raided over that and supposedly going to prison for 10 years for that. Parking my car in my own parking space being a violation of privacy laws. Ridiculous, crazy shit. Over and over and over again. You think I'm in a hospital? Look at this. Does that look like I'm in a hospital? Sure, a lot more than that. I've been denied medical treatment completely. None whatsoever. I'm only alive because my insides were so blocked up that I managed to unblock them. That's it. And I'm very sick, in a very bad way. Denied medical treatment, being forced drugged and injected with neurotoxin. I've lost a large amount of my brain matter because of it. I'm partially blind. I go practically fully blind a lot of the time. and I can only see much I can do with what little sight I have left, and I have massive tinnitus in my ear. My body's fucked, I'm dying, and no one will help me. And so this time, my false belief, it's all because I have a false belief, right? And my false belief, you look at the recording, number 169 is a recording of it showed the excuse given was that I had for a false belief of that there is such thing as government corruption. That there is a government conspiracy to kidnap whistleblowers and make them disappear by scheduling them, as if this is not the most documented crime in history. What happened in the USSR with millions of people in Russia, this happened to. But this is ongoing everywhere. Everyone knows damn well. And what do? You don't do nothing, you let it happen. So if you refer to things like The Matrix, where Neo's kidnapped and they try to threaten, scare him and stuff, and do what basically communists do. People who are lying and not really important and stuff like that, this doesn't happen to them. If anything, those kind of people are put on a pedestal and used as an excuse to do this, to actually do it, kidnap and imprison others like me. But this only happens to people who are actually important, who are telling the truth. People like me. And they've all been taken out because you did nothing. And I've done what I can, and none of you lift a finger. You all just leave me for dead. Right now. You're doing it right now. Right this very moment.